last night for the men's game from the Vikings. Silent Butcher and the Falcon are actually twins, so if anyone has seen the streamed footage of that one and was wondering, yes, you're right. Oh, Danger Meouch is back for another jam for the Northern Brisbane.
Next to Dreadful for Rum City. We have a 3-4 pack advantage to the Rum City Roller Girls with Bimbo waiting in the bin.
Yeah, and an interesting initial formation by Rum City there. Working effectively until Northern Brisbane got the yield on Dreadful, so Meouch is through for lead. Very nice work there.
Oh, but Dreadful is out of there. Nabom, the last defender, not quite managing to hold her back. Meouch fighting at the back of the pack against Rum City, and she is also out and calling it.
Yes. So I think that Northern Brisbane are going to keep this roll going for as long as they can. Take the points, stop Rum City from getting any. Sometimes it's just that simple switch in momentum. If you let the opposition get a few points, they feel a change in the momentum.
Oh, absolutely.
And that helps shift their mindset and carry them forward.
So we have the Northern Brisbane Rollers on 205 to Rum City on 106. So a 99-point lead to the Northern Brisbane Rollers.
Now that is a much more comfortable lead, but still with just under 20 minutes on the clock, that is not an unassailable lead. And regardless, I don't think we're not going to see this weekend any let up from any of the teams. So
absolutely not.
That lead is something that everyone's going to be fighting for every single point.
Absolutely. I am sure the Northern Brisbane Rollers are playing it as if they are behind.
Oh, absolutely. You can't lose that focus. You cannot afford to become complacent in this sport of ours. One thing I'm really enjoying seeing, I've got to say, SX, is that we're not seeing jammer lap points happening when jammers are on the track. I have seen quite a few games recently where there has been a lot of confusion in the pack when a jammer has not, when one jammer is out of the pack and the other jammer is still trapped. I'm seeing packs that are distracted. And so as the opposition jammer comes back to score points, they stop trying to help their jammer through. And jammer lap points are happening 2 or 3 times in the same jam. So I'm really enjoying watching these teams understand the importance of get your jammer out.
Absolutely. We had a little bit of that earlier in the first half by Rum City, but they quickly tightened their game.
Switch that up. All right. Was that Indigo Fury?
It is.
Beautiful work there. Nice little pinball action. She was taking hits and riding them and letting the opposition blockers on her other sides catch the fall for her.
Taking the momentum and using it against them.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's very, very zen. I love a good bit of zen derby. That's Flossie Tumbles is having a hard time there with crushing kick.
Well, we're taking a big fall on the corner. And, oh dear, going to the bin for a forearms penalty. Leaving Indigo Fury on the track in a power jam.
All righty. So let's see what's going to happen here. Now, I am a little surprised that the Northern Brisbane just let Scurvy through their wall then. I did think they were going to try to keep Scurvy. They had her at the back of the pack.
That would have been a smart move.
It's sometimes nice to do that so that your jammer doesn't have to do such hard work and run the risk of being taken out at the front of the pack, because every time your jammer falls, they lose their momentum, they lose their breath.
Absolutely. Not to mention a 3-wall is much easier to get through than a 4-wall.
Yes, you've got that so right.
Oh, but Indy just welling her way through.
We may have to take that. But that was a perfect example. That was a 3-wall. It was just enough gap. She attacked that wall, though.
She's quite a slim girl.
So. Yes, she is. She's also very agile with it, which is the thing I love, that she will keep her legs moving and roll round, and with the momentum, as you say, she's transforming it and using it against them.
Absolutely. We've got a moving pack, actually, at the front. Ooh. The Northern Brisbane Rollers doing offense to scatter the Rum City Roller Girls before Indigo Fury gets there.
Flossie Tumbles has come back to the track, so... All right, Indigo Fury is looking a little the worse for wear. She has had to work a lot harder for those points than maybe she would have liked, but it is middle of the second half, so this is what we're expecting to see now, is a bit of player fatigue.
She still looks quite happy with herself. We have 200.
She should.
Oh, she absolutely should. That was a very long, hard jam.
No penalties too, so I like it when you can see the jammers are working. Maybe they don't score as many points as they could if they had the easy passes, but if they can get through a hard pack without penalties, that's top work.
Absolutely. So we have Nabom on the track for the Northern Brisbane Rollers.
Up against Dreadful, who is fighting like nobody's business into her little toe run. She does that so beautifully.
Oh, and she is she is lead jammer. While Nabom is being yielded all the way to the back.
Sledgy Mite and crunch time to the bin, so that's 1 apiece for the teams.
Oh dear, realizing she's cut Rockatilly, she tries to take it back, but fails and also heads to the sin bin, leaving Nabom to her own devices.
Now that was just her initial pass though, she has only just come through. Now let's see if the Rum City girls have realised what their gaps need to be. A wall is only a wall. If
that was a beautiful.
The poise, love it. But yeah, a wall is only a wall. If the gaps you have, you can cover in a moment's notice.
Exactly.
If you can't close that gap, that's a doorway.
That was like watching a pinball game.
Yes, it was. Nabom took the hit, but there was an opposition blocker on her other side, so it helped reduce some of that impact.
Dreadful back on the track, fighting that teal wall. Crunch time, the last line of defense. Catching her.
Not a bad last line of defense. If you're going to go and just find one, don't feel relaxed if she's the one that you're facing. Look at the water falling. Rockatilly and Brat have just been switching places on Dreadful, and Dreadful is still not past Brat. Good fight on Dreadful there.
20 seconds left in this jam.
Danger Meowch has got the yield back on Dreadful there, while... Oh dear. Nabom trying to call it.
Realizing she is not lead jammer.
Refucius just giving her that look of, you want to do what?
Sorry, honey. No dice.
Oh, Nabom doing some lovely work there with, that's Don Carnage blocking in the pack there. I guess the only bright side to some of the jammer penalties for Rum City is they primarily seem to be cuts. There are a few forearms. So
forearms and cuts.
That's something they can take away. Cuts, since the rules change, cuts are so easy these days.
They really are. There's no excuse.
And there's just, it's so harsh because when you're on the apex, it takes the tiniest thing. Part of your wheel comes out, part of your wheel goes back in, you're done.
A big hit and you fly right over that line and back in with no control. But as long as you stay on the ground, you can crawl back out and not accrue that cut penalty.
But if you didn't fall and you've managed to keep your feet, which most of us try to keep our feet, so sometimes that's not your best option. Oh, meanwhile, here we go.
Crushing kick jamming for Northern Brisbane
like
Rollers.
Like the wind. She stepped through that wall last time, and she's trying to do the same there. She knows Rum City's weakness in their walls, that they give these gaps. Didn't have an easy step through, but she got through.
A lot of big hits by the Rum City girls. Dreadful back on the track.
Also copping big hits. Indigo Fury straight on the front of her, backed up by, I don't recognise pink helmet. No, can't see the name. Hissy-Fit. Yeah. Thanks, Essex. No, you're good. Anytime you need to fill in and clue me up, please do.
Oh, looks like Hissy-Fit's taken a bit of a big hit and has hurt possibly her arm.
I don't know if it's her arm or if she's winded. She is holding the arm across the lower body. Might be a wrist, actually, from the way she's holding her hand.
Oh, we have a medic going over to see her.
Yep.
They will take very good care of her.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, on the track, we have Sledgy Mite for the Rum City Roller Girls next to Rockatilly for the Northern Brisbane Rollers.
Very nice. And we have both teams, all players on track.
We have a clean box.
Thank you.
Oh, and round the outside, Miss Tilly is your lead jammer.
There we go. Tidy work. Sledgy Mite having a hard time there, running into crunch time and then backed up. By Carnage. Oh, it is Carnal.
Sorry.
Carnal. So that was a nice pairs work, actually, by Crunch Time and Carnal.
That's a whole lot of booty to get around.
Oh, dear Lord, yes. My favourite part, though, is they were using their fronts.
Right?
They were keeping their booties as backup. You think you've got past me, I'll turn around and use the other side.
On the jammer line, we have Dreadful for Rum City next to Indigo Fury for the Northern Brisbane Rollers.
Now, Indigo Fury is going face to face with one of the Rum City girls who's facing me, and I'm so not familiar with her. I can't see her number, so I don't know who she is, but she's the pivot for Rum City.
They seem to be having a good laugh about it.
Look at that. Oh, caught for a second. Is Fury going to get through? Oh, my God. Dreadful thought she was free. Brat came from nowhere.
Like a bat out of hell.
She ninjas all the time. She really does.
However, she did take a big fall with Dreadful, so
Yes.
Dreadful did not actually have to yield to her then, but she did choose to.
Yeah. Well, it's the risk you take, because if Kat had re-entered play before Dreadful had, she would have had to yield to her.
Yeah.
So sometimes discretion, better part of valor. And I would like to see the Rum City Jammers staying out of the penalty box.
That would be nice.
Yes.
So far, we have one blocker from each team sitting in there, so we have an even pack of 3 versus 3. Dreadful coming around, Indigo Fury choosing to call it before she can score. The score update, ladies and gentlemen. We have 1-1-1 to Rum City and 275 to the Northern Brisbane Rollers, but I do believe they just scored another 5 points.
I think you're right there that we're going to see that go up on the board in a second. But I'm just amazed. Northern Brisbane have been doing a great job this half, keeping Rum City. I do feel as though Rum City have assisted Northern Brisbane a little bit with keeping their points down, unfortunately.
Absolutely.
That is something I know that they will take away from this, and they're going to work hard on that in the next 12 months. So when they come back next year, I'm sure we will see a much stronger focus.
They're doing so well for a new team.
First year, yeah,
That's
they are
so
a very
impressive.
new team. It's wonderful. And in a lot of ways, Northern Brisbane is also quite a new team. They are
Absolutely.
some very experienced players, but the team, this team of players has not been together very long after last year's shake-up.
No, the original NBR players only include Rockatilly,
Yep.
Crunch Time,
And Crush and Kick.
Crush and Kick,
Yeah.
and Indigo Fury.
So even though Brat has been with NBR, she hasn't been there as a player, as you
No.
said. She was refereeing for quite a few years until she was old enough to start playing. So
Who's waiting, batting her nails to hit that big
She
1-8
was
to be able to
champing at the
play.
bit. And now we can see why, because she is tearing this up.
She had all those skills just sitting there waiting. So we have Tweevil up
Oh.
on the jammer line.
Oh, dear God, and we're giving the jammers a run-up. God forbid. It changes things up. Some jammers do prefer a bit of room to move before they hit the pack. Sometimes it's a bad idea to give that to your opposition, because there goes Indigo Fury. We've seen how agile she is, so giving her...
Agile and powerful.
Yes. She doesn't lose any of the impact. She knows when to moderate the speed to deliver the impact. Oh, just taken out there.
That was a very smart move by Indigo Fury. She felt the blocker hitting her out also go out, so she did not stop to even look. She kept going, powered through, and was rewarded by a big 5 points.
She was straddling for just a fraction
She
until
was.
she felt the other player go out. As soon as she felt to go out, yes, she stepped straight in. Looks like Rum City have brought Tweevil back, so they're trying to use some of their more powerful jammers to deal with the punishment that the Northern Brisbane Rollers are dishing out in the packs.
Looks like that might be a successful strategy this jam, as we have 2 Northern Brisbane Rollers in the bin.
There we go. All right. But it's, do these other jammers for Rum City have the stamina to keep this up for the second half of the game?
It looks
So they're
like a
not the
very
first
tough game.
string, and it is. Everyone is taking impact. Everyone is working. And we are. We're also seeing everyone working the entire time. So as they're
Absolutely.
moving around, it's just...
No one's sitting around doing nothing,
No,
just
there's-
watching.
There's none of this watching and waiting, none of this standing still. This is non-stop for everyone involved.
Oh, a nice big hit to the outside
Oh,
on Nabom, yielding her
beautiful.
to the back.
Sledgy-Mart is quickly becoming a wee bit of a hero for me for the Rum City girl. She's
She's
got
fantastic, isn't she?
amazing skills. Just amazing. No, not to bring down any of the other Rum City girls by any means. They're all doing fantastic work. They have worked, very hard to get the team to where they are, and I think they are far ahead of where I would have expected them to be.
Especially Miss Flossie Tumbles, who's your lead jammer.
Oh, she's going to be wrapped with that. She does not jam often. She is, again, one of the
doesn't she?
second string.
Oh.
And this is why I think we're using her now, because she can take some of this punishment and just keep powering through. So,
Danger Meouch, last line of defense, joined by
the
Rockatilly.
waterfall. You think you're free, and then there's another one. So Flossie Tumbles, keeping it together. She may not be making the lightning quick passes, but she is making those passes, and she is staying on the track.
Oh, and a big hit on that last corner. Rogue Assassin doing some excellent offense for her, but not stopping some of those bigger smashing hits.
Yes. Northern Brisbane pulling them out when they need them.
A score update, ladies and gentlemen. We have 284 to NBR to Rum City at 130.
All right, so that's a little bit of a momentum swing. I think it's come far too late in the game, unfortunately, for Rum City, but it is good to see that they've figured this out a little bit and they're starting to shift the momentum their way. So we're going to watch them for the next 6 minutes.
It's actually more impressive that it's happening now, that they're not giving up, even though the points dictate that it would be rather hard to win at this point.
Yes, but to see they're keeping their focus, they're working out their game, and they're improving as we watch.
Indigo Fury is your lead jammer.
Yes. Oh, my God, the fight there from Brat again.
No idea. We have no idea jamming for Rum City. I believe this is her first jam of the game.
I believe so.
She's doing quite well. Last line of defense is crush and kick. It's giving her hell.
Oh, crush and kick has got some beautiful lateral agility. She's got a nice sweeping block that is still quick. It does get telegraphed, but she moves so quickly that it doesn't give you enough time to adjust. Even if you do see it and try to adjust, she adjusts back. So she doesn't get locked into that sideways sweep that allows you to jump around the other side.
She doesn't commit.
No.
She is married,
but
she's not on the track.
Yes.
Rockatilly jamming for the Northern Brisbane Rollers next to Sledgy Might for the Rum City Roller Girls.
Both packs are lining up with one blocker facing towards the jammers. All right, Rockatilly had the harder time getting around the 4-pack there, but look at the pace.
Oh! Beautiful apex jump by Rockatilly, forcing Sledgy Might to call the jam.
I am a little surprised there because I did think that impact came while she was in the air, which is an automatic penalty, but I guess she still had the toe stop on the ground when the impact landed.
Perhaps, and also I guess she didn't really lose relative position or fall, so I guess it technically isn't.
Well, I'm
impact.
not a ref, so the ref was right there. The ref
Neither
was
am
watching. I would have thought it was loss of relative position, but, you know, we're not the experts.
We just talk a lot.
Oh, my God, skeleton pack. But look at this, Dreadful. She's got the power, she's got the push, but she is facing the agility, the waterfalling, the non-stop. Oh, my God, that's Rockatilly and Crush and Kick. You can see why they send those two out if it's just 2-on-2.
Absolutely.
Oh, my Lord.
A score update. We have the Northern Brisbane Rollers on 293, Rum City on 130, Indigo Fury coming around looking for points, Dreadful right behind her.
Fantastic. This time, Rum City trying to keep the pack moving.
Oh, and Indigo just eyeing off that last blocker, looking for those points right before she calls it.
And Dreadful did manage to squeak points at the back.
Oh, she did. She gave Indy a good old jammer-shank.
Jammer-shankin'.
Jammer-shankin'.
Oh, and with 3 minutes, 41 seconds on the board, we have an official time out. Has been called. Oh, my God, is that Rowan de Boat? It is. We've got Rowan de Boat up on the ref crew.
That reminds me. There was a question asked who the head ref and head NSO are. It's Rowan de Boat is our head referee. And Mr. Adrian or Mr. Facetious, is our head NSO.
Fabulous.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that update was meant to be given to you approximately 27 minutes ago.
As these things happen, that's fine though.
Better late than never.
But Rowan de Boat, so he's up from Victoria for us. He is a very well-experienced ref. He's refed at TGSS. Oh, Adelaide. Adelaide, thank you. Thank you for picking me up there. I don't like to I don't like to get stuff wrong.
That was good. All I did was give you the eye.
Uh-huh. But yes.
Oh dear, we have a blocker on the floor. Rockatilly is your lead jammer.
Flossie tumbles. She's getting back up with a limp. So, no, she's staying on the track, though. She's not stopping. Oh, she gets a little tip on Rockatilly, but Rockatilly totally kung-fu'd that.
She gets up again. How impressive. The poor thing. She looks very sore.
You can see she's holding that left foot off the ground, so I think we'll see Flossie go back to the bench and be sensible. She's got the rest of the weekend to get through.
What a champion. She's still smiling at her bench. She's saying that she's okay.
Yeah. She was not going to let herself be taken out for 3 jams. I know that her bench will look after her. They won't let her out until they're confident that she's not going to turn that into an actual injury. But she didn't want the jam called off. All right, we've got a team timer. Oh, my God, you have to do this now, people. We've got 2 minutes, 53 seconds. Dr. Sickmind Freud is our jam timer.
Letting us know that there is a timeout.
Oh, wow, we're getting a shout out from Rum City Roller Derby officials. For they're thanking us for pointing out Rowan DeBoat working here because he was head ref at TGSS for Rum City Roller Derby officials. So that is awesome. Thanks, guys. We love the officials. As we sometimes say, there are a bunch of us who like to point out, no officials, you have a very expensive social skate. So all those zebras, all our derby ninjas, the NSOs, our little black guy, running around there, if you don't see them, that means they're doing their job right. If it wasn't for them, yes, it would be a load of fun, but it would not be the sport.
Oh, there would be no sport. There would be injuries and
Yes.
angry skaters and
No, there would not be the intense
carnage.
thinking and the tactics and the strategy and the, as I like to think of it, the directed anger. So you take all that anger and you put it into this, moving battle chess.
I believe as Oh Hell No quoted it, it's like playing speed chess with bricks being thrown at you.
Well, there you go.
Quite an apt quote.
Oh, Sledgy Might having a hammer away past Crush and Kick right there.
Who gets sent to the bin for, I believe, an out of play.
Yes, indeed. Hissy Fit also off to the bin. So,
Naughty, naughty.
Indigo trying to call it, but did Sledgy Might poke through? Did she catch? No.
Not a shanking.
Not a
Not
shanking.
a shanking.
She gave it her best, so.
She did. A score update, ladies and gentlemen. 305 to the Northern Brisbane Rollers, 132 to Rum City with 2 minutes left on the clock.
So we could be looking at last jam, I'm thinking.
Potentially.
That we will have 2 more. I'm hoping for 2 more because I always love more derby.
I'm feeling 2 more.
I'm good. All right. We'll see if we're right. Danger Meouch there. Oh, Rogue Assassin going for a little tip on Danger Meouch.
And it was very effective, but Meouch is out as your lead jammer, followed by inches by Rogue Assassin.
And Rogue Assassin's tactic worked beautifully until she ran into Rockatelli. That was a one-on-one blocker action that stopped Rogue Assassin from getting lead.
Oh, and that was a race for points at the end there. Both of them flying into the back of the pack. Rum City has not scored any points, and neither has the Northern Brisbane Rollers.
No, Danger Meouch calling that one off. They're not handing any points over.
I think she'd rather neither of them score points than both of them score points at this point.
Absolutely. They know they've got this game in the bag, but they're still playing the tactics.
We have Indigo Fury stepping up for what is more than likely the last jam of the match next to Sledgy-Mite.
Now the pack advantage is definitely to Rum City, but again, they've let themselves down with that wall. They had the gaps there, and you need the coverage for Indigo Fury.
Brat giving Sledgy-Mite absolute hell.
Oh, Indigo Fury geeing up the crowd with a little bit of a wave. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, God, wouldn't you after getting lead jammer with one blocker on the track?
Indeed. Oh, so much to be proud of out there. Oh, and she's doing a shimmy. There's 34 seconds. Is someone going to call a timeout? Someone call a timeout. Oh, no, 34 seconds. They get an extra jam. Whew.
Oh, so much excitement.
Look at that. There were 3. We thought there'd only be 2 more jams. There's 3.
3. How lucky. Always want one more.
Always one more.
Nabom stepping up next to Dreadful on the jam line.
Excellent. Oh, I should point out we've got Bobby Socks who's outside pack ref. You'll see her looking at the back of the pack on your screens right now. Oh, now I don't know what that sweep was about, but Rum City just managed to break their own wall to let Nabom through.
Dreadful's still fighting a wall of teal.
Look at that. Everyone's turning around, showing the chest, showing the back. Here comes Crunch Time with her magic booty. Oh, catches up there. Oh, Crushing Kick has a try with her booty. Not as effective as Crunch Time.
Oh, and beautiful offense by the Northern Brisbane Rollers. Nabom is out without even being touched.
Fantastic. That's what you want. You want your jammers getting hit-free passes.
Absolutely. Don't make the poor things work any harder.
They're doing enough. Beautiful work.
I believe that is the last jam.
All right, we've got our unofficial final. We're waiting for the curly whistle.
At this point, we have 311 points to the Northern Brisbane Rollers to 132 points to Rum City Roller Girls.
Just waiting for that to go official, but that is a fantastic showing for a first-time team down in the big smoke.
Absolutely.
This is certainly the first time Rum City has had a chance to play in a major city.
I believe their first bout was only last year.
Yes, it was. It absolutely was.
This
Up
is-
at, I think, was it Northern Tropic Thunder? It might have been where they start. No, it was Skate of Emergency.
Yes.
Yes. So that was in their hometown, so that was with regional leagues.
It was. I remember
So I
Northern
think-
Brisbane Rollers sent up
Their B team.
their fresh meat, actually.
Was their fresh meat?
It was their fresh meat to play.
Good work. So I love to hear about leagues doing that.
A lot of these
Supporting
girls.
a new team
Yes,
that is just coming out.
absolutely.
You don't necessarily want to hammer them, and it also gives your fresh meat a chance to start developing their skills. So
Play their
everyone's
first
helping everyone
bout.
out. Fantastic. Beautiful. So it's nice to know these teams actually have a history together then.
They do. They played a lot of those girls on the Northern Brisbane Rollers played their first game against Rum City.
Oh, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
Gorgeous.
We still have not got that official score.
No, you can see the zebra huddle is going on as our players come round to the accolades of the crowd. This is very noisy for such a small crowd. They have got some serious lungs. I think they're excited by what they've seen and the standard that has been set for what is looking to be a very good derby weekend here at Tropicana Cup.
And we have the final score.
Oh, it's official.
It's official. 311 to the Northern Brisbane Rollers and 132 to the Rum City Roller Girls. Congratulations to both teams for an amazing first bout of the Tropicana Cup.
And if everyone would like to stay tuned, remember, watch the feed on YouTube, brought to you courtesy of Video Bob. If you need to find the link, I mean, hopefully you'd already have it because you're listening to us. Pass it on to your friends.
Share it
Find
on
the link.
Facebook.
Share it. Get it from the Tropicana Cut page. Share it all over Facebook.
Tweet
Show
it.
people. Tweet it.
Instagram it.
Do it.
Do it.
Get on it.
Watch it.
Get the derby out there.
Enjoy yourselves.
I'm Sweet Fanny Adams. Thanks for having me.
SX. See y'all next bout.